Hi, I'm Dan, the Rare Coin Man, and I'm also the webmaster of a new website called rarecoins101.com. One of the topics covered on Rare Coins 101 is the law of supply and demand and its influence on the pricing of collectible coins. Today, we're going to explore this subject by highlighting the price trend history of the 19030 Morgan silver dollar. There may not be anything in the entire universe of numismatics that more clearly illustrates how supply and demand drives value than does this particular coin. So, pull up a chair, sit for a while, and hear the remarkable saga of the 19030 Morgan silver dollar. Time to get started. Morgan silver dollars were minted continuously from 1878 to 1904 and then again in 1921. Pictured here is mint engraver George T. Morgan, the man who designed this dollar coin and after whom this coin was named. For many, many years following the conclusion of the Morgan dollar, they were not collected eagerly like they are today, although there was some significant numismatic value associated with a handful of dates. As a prelude to understanding the journey of the 19030, let's first consider the 1893 Morgan dollar. It's one of the rarest and most valuable of all the Morgan dollars. As we are about to see, the value trend history of the 1893 Morgan dollar has been most impressive. This table depicts the retail value of the 1893 dollar all the way back to 1950 in normal or typical uncirculated grade, what we would call mint state 60 today, or MS 60 for short. The table moves along in 5-year increments up to 2020, then jumps to 2024. In 1950, the 1893 dollar in typical uncirculated grade was retailing for about $200. As you can see, the value of the 1893 increased very nicely, reaching an estimated retail price today of about 150 grand. For those of you at home keeping score, that translates to an annual compounded return of about 9.36%. Now, that's if you sold at retail value. As a side note, many times collectors do not sell a coin at retail, so the percentage return would not be quite as good. But that's a discussion for another day. But even when taking that factor into consideration, the value trend history of the 1893 is really, really sweet. Don't we all wish we had a few of those stashed away somewhere? Now, let's turn our attention to the 19030 Morgan in the same grade, MS60, and review the retail values from the same period of time from 1950 to 2024, and then compare them to the 1893 Let's take the same table we saw a minute ago and add the values of the 19030. As you can see, once upon a time, the 19030 was held in very high esteem by collectors, basically on par with the 1893 In 1950, the 1893 was valued at $200, while the 19030 was retailing for about $175. Both coins remained much on the same footing throughout the 1950s and into the 1960s. However, sometime before 1965, values for the 19030 absolutely cratered. falling almost 95%. Well, what the heck happened? According to mint records, a plentiful 4.5 million silver dollars were struck at the New Orleans Mint in 1903, meaning it wasn't exactly a rare coin coming out of the starting gate. Those silver dollars came from this building right here, the New Orleans Mint, which opened for business in 1838. Coining operations came to a halt at the beginning of the American Civil War in 1861 and were not resumed until 1879. This image here is from a 1907 postcard. The final year of coining operations at the New Orleans Mint was 1909. The old mint is still standing today, serving as a jazz museum, but there are artifacts on display from the building's original purpose. The photo here was taken in 1897 inside the building you just saw, showing a coining press operator at work. You can see a box and cart filled with brand new coins. Judging by the size of those coins, I think those are silver dollars. Well, back to the 1903 O dollar. Despite its fairly large mintage, most coin dealers and collectors had never seen a 1903 O Morgan dollar, especially in uncirculated condition. Every Morgan dollar specialist wanted one, so there was certainly a significant demand. Take a look at this commentary from the July 1925 edition of the Numismatist magazine. A collector from the Detroit area, Howard R. Newcomb, wrote, "There seems to be something peculiar about the standard silver dollar of 1903 issued from the New Orleans Mint. Although the government records a coinage of 4.45 million pieces, I have failed to locate, in the last half dozen years, any specimens in the hands of dealers or collectors, save one in my own collection and one in a prominent collection in Washington, D.C. They seem to be equally scarce even in circulation." Newcomb goes on to relate the unsuccessful efforts of others to find a single 1903 dollar specimen. Newcomb was not the only collector to make this observation about the 1903 O. It's well documented. So, why were there so few examples seemingly in existence? Where did they all go? Did they perish under the Pittman Act when more than 270 million silver dollars were melted down in 1918, or what? Whatever the cause of the apparent scarcity, the law of supply and demand pushed the 1903 O to the highest echelon of Morgan dollar prices. When it comes to coin collecting, if there is a mystery surrounding a certain coin date, often the mystery remains unsolved forever. However, for the 1903 O dollar, starting in October of 1962, we finally got some answers about its true rarity. October 1962 is best remembered in history for the Cuban Missile Crisis, when the world seemingly teetered on the verge of global nuclear war. Anyone old enough remembers those fearful days. That same month, another event, much less threatening, exploded in the numismatic world with the fury of a dozen nuclear warheads. The Treasury Department began releasing to the public millions of Morgan dollars heretofore hidden away for decades in government vaults. Many of them were still sealed in their original mint bags, consisting of 1,000 coins each. The vaults look something like this vault right here, where 10 million silver dollars were stored. By late November, there were rumors that some 1903 dollars were included in the hoard, but soon it was apparent there was a flood of them hitting the market. Hundreds of thousands of them were being released, just as shiny and new as the day they were struck. Numismatic scholars no longer had to theorize the fate of the MIA 1903 dollars. They now knew many of them never left the Treasury Department. As the supply of 1903 dollars went from virtually zero to a bountiful abundance, prices plummeted rapidly. What was once selling for $500 to $1,500 fell to $15 or less in retail within literally a few days. Some collectors were even fishing them out of banks for face value. Stories persist to this day of unsavory characters moving swiftly to sell 1903 dollars at so-called bargain prices to buyers who had not yet heard the latest news of the Treasury release. If only they had subscribed to Coin World magazine. Now, going back to this table, by 1965, a typical uncirculated 1903 was red booking at $35. From there, it continued moving generally higher in value, but this former rarity was nothing to be held in awe as it once was. In 2024, a 1903 in MS60 condition sells somewhere in the $525 range. Not bad when one considers more than half of the Morgan dollar dates sell for $250 or less in the same grade. So, it's fair to say the 1903 is now trading at its correct equilibrium. The 1903 was not the only so-called rare Morgan dollar whose collectible identity was altered. For example, the 1898 and the 1904 suffered similar fates, though not nearly as dramatically as the 1903 Here's something to think about. The 1903 was once the equal of the lofty 1893 Today, it takes about $150,000 to purchase an 1893 Morgan in MS60 uncirculated condition. Had the Treasury Department not rained on its parade, the 1903 might be cruising somewhere in six figures today. Wow, what a difference a few 100,000 discovery coins makes. The October 1962 massive release of Morgan dollars and the eventual publicity it generated ushered in what some would call the modern age of Morgan dollar collecting. Prior to this event, Morgans were generally unloved, unwanted, ignored, just collecting dust in banks and elsewhere. Well, their profile now elevated, collectors started to take more interest in Morgan dollars, and why not? They have a lot going for them. Historically interesting, aesthetically pleasing, with a healthy supply of quantities, dates, and varieties to study, complemented by a smattering of honest-to-goodness, rare dates mixed in. Morgan dollars are arguably among the most sought-after United States coins. Even many non-collectors know about them. In recognition of the Morgan dollar popularity, in 2021, the U.S. Mint began striking Morgan dollars again. Obviously, they're not intended for general circulation, but they're really hot sellers to collectors of all stripes, explaining why they've been produced every year since then. Using the example of the 1903 Morgan dollar, we've demonstrated the law of supply and demand and how it affects the world of coin collecting. That's a very dramatic example, but I think it gets the point home. When supply is low and demand is high, prices skyrocket. But If the supply increases and demand remains stable, prices plummet. That's how the law of supply and demand operates, not just in coin collecting, but everywhere else. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please remember to hit the like button. My goal is to kick out 1, maybe 2 videos a month. If this material is something that interests you, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss out on any future episodes. Until next time, this is Dan the Rare Coin Man signing off. Happy collecting!